Yo, welcome to another episode of the MIGO Experiment. I'm Henry Flo.
I'm Willy B.
LaBori.
And today, man, directly from Cerdafied Dance Studios with El Único, internationally known
Jason Cerda, you already know.
Yeah, man. Here we are, man. We actually, this guy's not just a DMV artist anymore, no. Internationally known. El Único, okay? I'm saying that because work very hard. Congratulations, man, on so much of your success. But for those folks who don't know about the success, man, what you got going on, man? Just put like this. What have you done in the past 2 weeks?
Man, a lot. Well, I had a movie come out recently. It's in theaters right now overseas in Europe. It's called Boys Will Be Boys 2. Featured my character name's Pablo Ramirez in the movie.
Oh, you gotta be Pablo, though.
I know, man. I told him, I told him, I gotta give a better name than that for the next movie. But no, yeah. So it's like the European version of Magic Mike. So I play like the villain in the movie. I play the main villain in the movie. So that's in theaters right now. Soon to be on Netflix after that. And then after we had a new single come out called El Único. So right now that's on all streaming platforms, available everywhere. And yeah, man, just a little bit of everything. I'm working for Globalization now as a correspondent. So I'm on the radio. On the radio now. So yeah, man, just doing a little bit of everything. And of course, running this place, making sure, people get the dance moves in so they can get the vibes in.
Definitely. So you're definitely more than an artist. I mean, you're obviously involved in so much. You're doing, you're an actor as well as a correspondent. You're a dancer, choreographer, singer.
Thank you.
An advocate.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, does it get overwhelming at one point? Do you feel how do you feel juggling all of that?
Yeah, it gets overwhelming. I mean, I'm lucky I have a good team around me that that helps me and keeps me organized. I'm always, music's always first for me. So not living here, I live in Miami. So living in Miami, I have to have people that. It's a lot of moving pieces, but I have a good solid team behind me. It's a lot of hats that you do have to wear and a lot of decisions you have to make, and on a daily basis. Every day is different for me. But it's fun. I try to keep it as fun as possible. I try not to make it all work.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the studio recording something, or even when I was shooting the movie, even though that was work, it was still I try to it was fun. It's a fun job. It's not like taking out the trash or something. It's cool. You get to be on the big screen and do stuff.
Shit, I'd rather do that than take out the trash too.
So I've been fortunate. I've been blessed over the last year. I had a lot of cool experiences. Met a lot of cool people. Got to travel the world. Got to shoot out the movie in Amsterdam, so that was fun. I've never been to Amsterdam before.
Really?
How
much did you enjoy the?
I enjoyed Amsterdam.
You said I enjoyed Amsterdam.
It was a good time. And then man. So then obviously just kind of taking one thing at a time, trying to stay organized because there's a lot of different moving pieces, But it's all working out. It's all good.
So how do you go into, you said that you're working for Pitbull's station on Sirius XM, Globalization. How did you get into that?
You know what? It was honestly it happened by accident. It was one of those things I went in to meet with them to play the music that I'm releasing this year. And, it just kind of trickled into them looking for a bilingual person. There was an artist that could relate to artists. And long story short, they were like, hey, we want to bring you on the team. And Globalization shows me a lot of love. They always play my music. They've been down for me since day one. And it was kind of just a perfect fit. And my first interview aired this past week with Zani Lennox, so that was pretty cool. I got to go and interview them in New York and announce. And I was actually part of their big announcement. They were announcing a big U.S. tour that they're about to go on, that they're coming to D.C. as well. And so I got to interview that and break the news about that, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's so dope. Yeah.
Question though, man, since it was your first time, that was the first interview, right?
First interview, yeah.
Did you feel like asking him, man, so what happened, dog? Get the pussy up.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get into the nitty gritty of it, and I did. I asked him some questions, but I try to keep it, as an artist, I like to when people try to dig, and sometimes you just want to keep it about the music and stuff like that. So I respected that as an artist, and I did dig a little bit, but just not enough to ruffle any feathers. But I was like, yo, you guys gonna be together for a while now? They're like, yeah, we're good. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun interview. They're awesome, super dope people.
So speaking about digging, bro, so you married yet?
Not yet. That's not why I know.
As soon as he started talking about digging, I'm like, ooh, he doesn't know what's about to come next.
Oh, Henry.
So what's holding you up?
Just got a lot. I got a lot of stuff I want to do before I enter that chapter of my life. I want to do a lot of things musically more than anything. I want to win a Grammy. Or at least be nominated for one. I want to go on a big tour. I want to do a lot of things. I want to shoot a couple more movies and do a lot of things. I want to, grow this place and blow, which we're doing. So there's a couple little things I want to do before I enter that chapter of my life. So
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Dope. So, if you were to leave a legacy, what do you want your legacy to be?
Ooh, that is a good question, actually. No one's ever asked me that. That's a good question. My legacy, I just want people to remember me as somebody that was always, humble, cool, like a people person, like, una tita de la gente, like just somebody that was about the people and stuff. Like, it's always cool. It's nice to have the nice things in the cars and all that, but like at the end of the day, if you're a crappy human being, then so I'd rather be remembered as a good human being and somebody that was like fun to be around and like, yo, yeah, Jason make you laugh, or Jason was whatever. Obviously about the music, I would love to be remembered for my music and everything I did, but just more before all of that, just as a good human being, just as a good person. And it doesn't cost you anything to be nice to people. So that's it.
You hear that? You hear that? Humility goes a long way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. When you're a turd and you just put on like real nice clothes, you're just still a polished turd. At the end of the day, so you know what I mean? Be like my man right here, man.
That's very true.
Yeah,
That's
man.
very true. But you know what? So going back real quick to your movie. So I mean, you say that you play a villain, and then it's like a European version of Magic Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've seen Magic Mike.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not riding my little pony.
To answer your question, yes, I was half the shirt with half the movie with no shirt.
Half the shirt.
I already know where this is going. Just do it, bro.
I just need
We're
to.
not looking.
I need to know. First of all, I need to know.
She needs to know.
I need to know.
What's on our backs? Like, so Mike is right here.
No, because you know what, you guys are gonna need to probably gonna need to learn this too, okay? So when you go home to your wife, you teach.
Girl, I can bust a move. What you know about that? I'm married. Don't you know that?
Alright,
Yeah.
well, you know what, you can learn
It's the
something
reason
new.
why. Shoot, what you want me to crawl up against this floor?
Hey, bro. She doesn't know. Los gorditos are winning.
The gorditos are winning, yeah.
But
Hold on,
you know
summertime
what?
coming around. That's too much heat.
If anything, so is there like a choreographed scene or something like that you kind of like embrace, like your inner Channing Tatum or something?
So, without giving away too much of the movie, you know how every movie has like an epic scene in it where there's just that moment where after you watch the movie, you're talking about with your friends, you're like, yo, that part of the movie was dope. I'm in one of those parts of the movie. There's a part in the movie. There's a part of the movie where there's like a big dance scene at the end of the movie, and yes, I don't have a shirt on in it, and
I like
yes,
how
it's
he
for the ladies,
emphasizes that so
and
much.
yes, it's for the ladies and all that. I mean, it is. The movie is for the ladies. So
Magic Mike was for the ladies,
I'll
right?
tell you this. I'll say this. All jokes aside, that's one of the hardest things I had to do for this movie was I had to get in like crazy shape because all the guys in the movies were like ripped. And I don't know if you know about like Dutch people. They're huge. They're like 6'3", 6'4", big Viking dudes. Yeah, and they're like tall, but they're like ripped. So man, when I was training up when I found out that I got the part for the movie, which honestly I auditioned as a dancer for the movie, and I'm getting casted as the villain. But when I got cast as a villain, that changed like the whole thing. So I had to like.
Needed a Pablo, bro.
Yeah. So then I had to go and like literally I was doing it in the gym too. I went on a diet for the first time in my entire life.
You went on a diet?
I went on a diet.
So hold on, bro.
You've never been on a diet before?
Ever in my
He
life.
never needed to. This dude.
Ever in my life.
That's
other
what
than
hold on. I've always known you to be like healthy, bro, in the gym, cut up.
My nickname is Chicken Nugget Cerda. That should
No.
tell you everything.
What is this?
I eat the worst out of anybody I know.
What?
Chicken
But
nugget
the
Cerda.
Chicken Nugget Cerda is the name. So that's what my friends call me. 'Cause I just eat
Chicken nuggets.
chicken nuggets and all
That's
kinds
my
of
son right now. Yeah, he's 2.
Yeah.
No, if I eat a chicken nugget, I turn into a chicken nugget. So that's what I'm saying. So I can't do that.
My son, mijo, ¿qué quiere comer para desayuno? Chicken nugget. I'm like, yo. He was. Now I know. Hey, at least my son. Hey, yo, you gonna look good though. Chicken nugget diet all day.
So yeah, man, I just went on this crazy diet for this movie, and then like was in the gym like crazy, and I got there, and like honestly the best shape I've ever been in my life. But it was a lot of work. Like it was, and I respect that. Made me respect just movie making in general. Like people like The Rock, who people like, that guy's just like an iron head. Like, yo, you have to be like that because on camera, like. Don't lie. They find every little insecurity and you'll be and you're blasted on like a freaking 50-foot screen. You know what I'm saying? You want to look the best, so it's like it's a lot of work, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Is there like a little move that like maybe I don't know you can like give a sneak peek or something or like
Of the movie?
a chest pump
A chest pump?
or boom.
You got. Well, I saw you early before we started the interview. You were doing a little neck.
I can't. You know. And then bring it back up.
And then bring it back up. You gotta do it like this. Push, push, push.
Flo, can you hook up? Can you like help me?
Help her out, Flo.
Help me.
How you gonna smush her? You gonna just mush her out the way.
You know what? I'll work on it. Thank you, Jason.
I got you. Come to Cerdafied Studios. We got you.
Definitely gonna have to come through here. So I mean, social media, like where can we go ahead and follow you, look you up, listen to your music?
Definitely.
Let everybody know.
You can definitely follow me on all my social medias, Jason Cerda Music, Cerda with a C. And then you can obviously listen to El Único right now on all streaming platforms available everywhere.
Any singles coming out that we have to look up?
Yeah, well, El Único just came out a week ago. And I'm releasing. This year I'm doing something that I haven't really done in my career, where I'm gonna actually be releasing music like almost every month. I'm gonna put out like a new song almost every single month. So there's gonna be a lot of Jason Cerda on the airwaves this year. So and a lot of good. I last year while I was shooting the movie, I took the time to kind of just remake my sound, and I wanted to change and go in a different direction.
I was about to say that, man. So, I heard Unico, man. It's just like, first off, the rhythm is different.
Yeah.
Slow down a little bit. It's not so
upbeat.
No, it's not so upbeat. Now it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, damn. I'm like, man, my man has some sexiness, especially when he does performances. Y'all see this guy perform? Yo, he's dope. But like now, it's just like he stepped like the sexy to like, damn. So the movie too, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Making sexy type of moves for the females, and then making sexy music too. Bro, how do you feel about the way that music is going right now?
I love it, man. I think it's good. Me personally, I'm a big fan of R&B. R&B's always been like my thing, and now that like Latin music is going more into that R&B route, I think it's amazing. I think that it's cool that Latinos are embracing a genre that's not really Latino. You know, like we're making it our own style and stuff. But it's always been like urbano, reggaeton, and stuff like that. But now the R&B is becoming like a heavy influence into Latin music. I love it, and it's perfect for me because I do it naturally anyway. Like that's my go-to thing, and so I love where music is at right now as far as Latin music goes. I love it, and Latinos we're killing it, bro. Like performing at the Super Bowl, two of the biggest Latin artists. Bad Bunny, like
four,
as far as urban, two of like biggest urban Latin artists, like with Bad Bunny and Balvin, and like Bad Bunny breaking records now, like debuting at number 2 on the top 100, like for that, no one's ever done that,
Number 1 still streaming on iTunes.
Yeah, like J Balvin was number 1 for like globally on Spotify for a long time. So it's awesome right now. It's awesome to be a Latino because we're everywhere and we're taking over. So it's dope.
This is. It's facts, but it's always awesome to be Latino. Our blood is very, very, very tasty too, man. The adobo, goyo, and stuff.
So speaking of music, what artists you would like to collaborate with in your music?
Bro, man, everybody. On the urban side, I mean, obviously, like the obvious ones, like the J Balvin. Actually, cool story about J Balvin. I was the first person to open up for him in the DMV when he came to the DMV for the first time at the Palace in Woodbridge, and there was like 300 people, and there was like nobody, and J Balvin sang like the same song. He sang "Yo Te Lo Dije" like 6 times because that's the only song he had at the time. So it was like, so J Balvin's me and him have been friends for a long time. I would love to do songs with him. If I had to play do like a curveball or something, I've always wanted to do a song with Money's Guerra. Like that dude's an OG, something like that, some like kind of old school vibe.
Super internationally known.
Yeah, I love. If I had to do somebody that's like out of the box, it would probably be Juan Luis. Obviously Romeo would be fun to do a song with. My list is like endless because I haven't really had a chance to work with any of them yet. So honestly, I would love to welcome anybody.
It's gonna come.
It's coming. It's coming.
As well too, Massey certified everywhere. Bro. I see on everyone's Instagram.
these
You have so many like
hosts.
dancers and
Yep.
hosts and instructors pumping so many bodies out of here, man.
Yeah. We're doing
So,
a lot of cool stuff here.
Do you have anything set up in Miami as well? Because I know that's where you're staying at now.
Yeah. So we're taking Cerdafied Studios on the road. Technically, we're turning into a dance convention. Yeah, so it's gonna be.
Tour, bro.
Yeah. We're gonna be in Miami as our first stop later this year, and then we're gonna be traveling around the country with the brand. As far as like what we do here, we're just gonna make it mobile and take it to different cities so people can experience it. Because it's really an experience. Like being here is a vibe. It's not. There's no competition. It's just literally you come and you just learn whatever you want. Just have fun. You know, that's what dancing is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like stressful. You know, so that's what we do here. Yeah, our motto is on the walls right there. It says "Good vibes, save lives." So that's our motto here at the studio. So that's what we do.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah, man.
good luck on
Thank you.
everything.
Thank you so
like,
much.
Definitely much success, much love going your way.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us.
Of course, you guys have always been down with Jason Cerda from the beginning. Like, I do all the shows with you guys, always like in DC and stuff. You guys are always showing love, so thank you for always continuing to ride with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
for being part of today's episode of the
MIGO Experiment.
Yo, follow us individually, man. But first off, follow this guy right here. How can you
Jason
follow
Cerda Music, yes sir.
Yes. Henry Flow, man. FLO _DCF.
And Don Willy.
And follow me on Instagram at LaBori DMB, LABORIII
Big shout out, man, to MIGO Productions. Well, too, man. Follow at MIGO Experiment on IG. Make sure to subscribe and comment below, man. Let us know what questions, ladies, you want to ask this guy right here, all right? But as well, too, any other comments, let us know. And we'll see you on the next episode of the
MIGO Experiment.